I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have all number present today. You have the agenda, Mr. Austin, his recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the agenda.
Board, do we have a motion?
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Mr. Austin, stand for the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First of all, I want to apologize to our audience that's here today. We're a few minutes late. We are always right on time. But this morning we had our legislative breakfast. We have 3 of our legislators I know in here right now. Ms. Kim Remack, Guy Harris, and Senator McClendon, Mike McClendon are all here in attendance at this meeting. But we've been meeting for the last hour and a half talking about legislative issues and bringing up suggestions on ways that our legislators could help our school system in Jackson when they get ready to go down there in January. And so we appreciate their support of our school district. I did want to explain why we were a few minutes late getting in today. First of all, I would like to ask our board to consider one item in executive session today, and that is an early graduation request. So if the board can please consider that, I would appreciate it. To start today, we have got a group of students and a teacher here from South Haven High School that we would like to recognize. If you remember, earlier on in the semester, we recognized our National Merit semifinalists. I told you at that time that we would be recognizing our South Haven High School students at a later date, and that date is today. We look forward to recognizing them. I'll ask Principal Adam Sykes to please come forward at this time.
Good morning, members of the board. Thank you all for allowing us to be here and recognize our students from South Haven High School. Mr. Usselton graciously accepted my request to do this at a later date because one of our teachers, Mr. Tim Gardner, received an award in Jackson. He said, I asked him I would love to attend that with Mr. Gardner. So he said, yes, we would move this to a later date. So I thank you for that. At this time, I'd like to recognize our National Merit semifinalists for South Haven High School for this year. The first one is Eduardo Esperanza. Next one is Christopher Moore. And the last one is Xander Balsamis.
Get y'all's picture. Got to move here.
I would like to invite one of our teachers, Ms. Sarah Roush is one of our teachers. We have 2 new teachers that could not be here that are part of the PSAC group. And Ms. Roush is one of the teachers I taught them last year.
Okay. If we have any parents who want to come up, you can go ahead and please. Do we have any parents who want to come up? Everybody. All right, let's get it.
I'll do it.
Take a picture. I don't have to take the picture, but.
Oh, take a picture.
Yeah. Did you want to take a picture? Did you?
Yeah.
Get a picture. All right. Right there, what you would. See, we can get you in a picture. Get in, we'll do whatever. Big deal here. There you go. Congratulations. And now the reason why we didn't recognize them the first time is because we have a special award that we'll be giving today. I'll turn it over to Mr. Sykes.
So we went down to Jackson, last month, and Mr. Gardner, one of our social studies teachers, and has been, I think, 22 and a half years at South Haven High School. So we will put up a statue pretty soon for him. But no, he is a pillar of our school, has been a great friend to me for the past 17 years. So we went down to Jackson. He was awarded the Mississippi Economics Teacher of the Year, which is a huge honor. He gave a speech in front of all the Economics Council of Mississippi, and so it was a wonderful morning to spend with him and his wife, and just to get him recognized for all the hard work that he does at South Haven High School every day. But at this time, so Mr. Gardner for Mississippi Economics Teacher of the Year.
I'll take them on. Well, it's an honor to be in front of you. It's been an honor to teach it in DeSoto County for 22 years. I tell people all the time, I was only supposed to be here one semester. Because I graduated in December, I'm from Canton, and they told me, hey, we got a job for you in August, but you got to be a substitute. And I said, well, I'll see what I can do. And well, that one semester has been 22 and a half years in the same school. I tell people I've still got my first job, but I love it, and I'm all about pushing kids to be better than they were when they came to me, and pushing them to see that there is a whole wide world out there. And I always tell them, go off and do something big, and come back here and make Mississippi better. So it's a great honor, and I appreciate the recognition. So.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I got you.
Great job. I'm Mr. Gardner and our South Haven High School students. And at this time, I've got some special guests who are here with us. Veterans Day was this past Saturday. You see our board today is dressed in red, white, and blue in honor of Veterans Day. And so we've got some students here with us.
Thank you.
Principal Renee Triplett from Fernando Elementary School.
Good morning. Y'all are so cute and sweet. Are y'all sweet? Starting board meetings like this. Good morning, Mr. Upleton and our esteemed board members. Good morning. Good morning. I would like to thank you for inviting us to share with you a portion of our Veterans Day program. Standing before you is a small representation of our Tiger Cub first grade at Hernando Elementary. These children have worked diligently during their activity times to learn the songs they will share. I often say it is a great day to be a Tiger Cub, and today is one of those days. I present to you our awesome music teacher, Miss Beth Purvis, who this is her 40th year in our service, and our Tiger Cubs showing their Tiger pride with Hooray for the USA.
Morning. We are honored to be here today. We represent the 15 first grade classes at Hernando Elementary. We hope you enjoy the 3 pieces we will perform for you. Sing with you. Oh, I love America. Oh, I love America. Oh, I love America. I do. America. I love America every day. If you love America like I do, you can sing a song and I'll sing with you. Oh, I love America. Oh, I love America. Oh, I love America. I do. For the USA, we are thankful. For the USA, we are thankful. Grateful, grateful, grateful for the USA. We are thankful and happy for our liberty. We are thankful. We are here. They are not. They want to do. We are thankful, we know why. We live where the eagles fly. We are thankful, we are here. Everybody give a cheer. Oh, for the USA. We are thankful for the USA. We are thankful, grateful, positively grateful, thankful for the USA. We are thankful for the USA. We are thankful for the USA. We are thankful, grateful, positively grateful, thankful for the USA. Thankful for the USA. Thankful for the USA. Thankful for the USA.
Would like to get pictures with them. Can we stand
They-
behind this?
They wanted to share our school song with you that we sing every Wednesday as the entire school.
Let's do
And
that.
they were gonna share our school song that Ms. Burris wrote.
As long as they're okay with it. Y'all okay, let's get a picture made with you? If parents, if these parents want to come up too and get pictures. Mr. Hurts. Go ahead. Get on with the rest of the board meeting. If y'all would like to, you're welcome to stay, but if you'd like to go, all the students will go out this way. Follow them out. Thank y'all for coming. And we've been planning that since actually last spring. They contacted me all about that. Now, the toughest act to follow now is with Mr. Jonathan Hodges. He has our energy report.
Well, one thing I
If
can't
you
say,
see it, why can't you do that every time? you have a
I don't
board meeting?
sing, sorry.
you don't sing,
No,
do you dance?
I can.
Okay.
Can. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I was unable to do the first quarter previously, so what I did here is I kind of consolidated the first and second quarter and kind of put them together. Made it a little bit quicker, a little bit easier to read. Always the pie chart. I know it's probably getting tired, but it's
It's easy to read.
it's easy to read that way of where it's all going. And this is the first quarter. You'll kind of see a recurring trend. We are up over previous first quarter and also in the second quarter as far as energy usage goes. I threw in fun pictures to be able to see. That is actually the new field from about 600 feet up. So first and second quarter, almost $16,000 spent more compared to 2022 and the 2023 first quarter. Average temperature was actually 5 degrees warmer. That's both good and bad. Yeah, we didn't have to heat the building as much in the first quarter because that is January, February, March. But we were almost 80 degrees several days in March, which means we run the air conditioner a lot more. It means a lot more energy used. We were 27,677 above the second quarter of 2022, and it was actually 2 degrees warmer in 2022. That is Center Hill High School. This past summer, we replaced every single HVAC unit on top of that building. Everything there is brand new. It was completed right as school started. Actually, it got down to the wire. It was really fun. But we managed to get it all taken care of and installed. Over the last 2.5 years, we replaced 504 HVAC units. That's rooftops and split systems in our schools. It's a lot. We have roughly 4,000 in the schools over all of our campuses. And then we still have scheduled this year to do an additional 125, which we'll have completed by the end of next year. And that's just all over the county, different schools. I think South Haven Intermediate is actually getting some units replaced over Thanksgiving break. So, and that's basically the notes. And that is your new Hernando High School. That was taken Monday. So it's moving quite along. It's tough act to follow. But anybody have any questions?
You did the best you could.
I did. Yeah, they killed me.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
Yes.
Mr. White, we appreciate y'all and all that you do. We know you're on call 24/7 and always helping principals out when there's events and things of that nature.
Yes, sir.
All of it. More money y'all save, the more that can go toward instructions. We appreciate
Absolutely.
Thank you.
it. All right,
Thank
thank you. And that concludes my superintendent.
And I have no attorney's report for today.
Can we do it? We need to approve the minutes from October the 9th, November the 2nd. We have a motion from the board to approve that motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye? Any opposed? Ayes have it. Next, we will have the consent agenda, A through RR. Mr. Austin, your recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the consent agenda.
Do we have a motion, board?
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Let's move to new business. Mr. Keith. Mr. Keith's going to talk to us about playground improvement. Fernando Mead.
Yes, sir. We request authorization to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen Oval for the Hernando Middle School Playground Improvement Project.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve entering into contractual agreement with Allen Oshel for architectural services for playground improvements at Hernando Middle School.
Board, do we have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Permission to advertise, Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir. We request authorization to advertise for bids on the playground improvement project at Hernando Middle School.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for playground improvements at Hernando Middle School.
Board, do we have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Mr. Williams, playground improvements at Oak Grove.
Yes, sir. We're requesting authorization to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen Oshel for the Oak Grove Central Elementary School Playground Improvement Project.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve entering into contractual agreement with Allen Oshel for their architectural services for the playground improvements at Oak Grove Central Elementary School.
Board, we have a motion.
I make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Permission to advertise for bids. Oak Grove.
Yes, sir. We request authorization to advertise for bids on the Oak Grove Central Elementary Playground Improvement Project.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for the playground improvements at Oak Grove Central Elementary School.
Board, do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Playground improvement, phase 2, district, Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir. We're requesting authorization to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen Oshel for the architectural services for the DCS Playground Improvement Project, which is phase 2, and that will cover, I think, 12 or 13 playgrounds.
Oh, okay. Mr. Austin, your recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommended the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Allen Oshel for the playground improvements at several campuses, phase 2.
Board, do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second? Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Permission to advertise for bids for phase 2, district, Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir. We're requesting permission to advertise for bids on the DeSoto County Schools Playground Improvement Project, and this is phase 2 of the project.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for the playground improvements phase 2.
Board, do we have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Bids for desktop computers, Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir. A reverse auction was conducted on November 9th for desktop computers. I recommend accepting the lowest and the best bid from Advanced Digital Solutions.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve accepting the lowest and best bid, Advanced Digital Solutions for the desktop computers.
Board, we have a motion.
I'll make that motion.
We have a second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Bids for playground equipment at South Havens.
Shadow.
Shadow, okay.
Yes, sir. We had sealed bids will open on October 31st. Shadow Oaks Elementary Playground Improvement. We had 8 bids received. It's my recommendation to accept the lowest and the best bid from local service.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the lowest and best bid from Wilco Services for the playground improvements at Shadow Oaks Elementary School.
We have a motion board.
I make that motion.
We have a second. Second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Contractual agreement with Wilco Services. Mr. Weed.
Yes, sir. We're requesting authorization to enter into a contractual agreement with Wilco Services for the playground improvement project at Shadow Oaks Elementary School.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Wilco Services for the playground improvements at Shadow Oaks Elementary.
Board, we have a motion.
I make that motion.
We have a second. Second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Permission to construct awning canopy for Lewisburg High School.
Yes, sir. Lewisburg High School requests approval for an awning to be installed in the band practice field. Project is part of a current student's Eagle Scout requirement. Specifics of the project are listed in your board packet. The awning will be donated to the district once it's built.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the construction of the awning canopy at Lewisburg High School.
Board, do we have a motion?
I make that motion.
We have a second. Second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Request to pay vendor for purchasing road to South Central High School this week.
Yes, sir. The principal of DeSoto Central High is requesting authorization to pay claim to trips that occurred before purchase order was put in place. A new bookkeeper has been hired since these issues have occurred. New rules have been put in place to prevent this from happening in the future. And the school is requesting permission from the board to pay claim to us for the services that they bring.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the request to pay the vendor for the purchase rule issue at the Citizen High School.
Board, we have a motion.
I make that motion.
We have a second.
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Ms. Graves. Statement of revenue for September 2023.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Revenue collections through September for our general funds were at 66,721,998. We are 8% higher than FY '23. Last year, we were at this time we were at 61,597,158. Again, I know it's a broken record, but it is our increase in ad valorem and our increase in MAP. Revenues for all funds are at 82,645,806. We're up about 14%. Over last year, when we were at 72,192,064, and again, we just had more federal funds requested. That's the only difference in last year and this year. General fund expenditures through September are 58,545,120. We are 9% over FY '23 expenditures, which were at 53,826,274. Expenditures for all funds are 83,185,087. The increase, again, in expenditures, it's in line with the budget, and we are continuing to trend about 2% lower than
Mr. Austin, your recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the statement of revenue and expenditures for September 2023.
Or do we have a motion?
I make that motion.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Combined balance sheet, September.
The fund balance for all general funds is at 171,184,973. We are up 13% over FY '23. Last year, we were at 151,718,270. Again, each month it's going to creep back closer. It probably takes a couple of years to get back closer to what we were used to a long time ago, but that's where it currently sits right now.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the combined balance sheet for September 2023.
Board, do we have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do we have a second? Second. All in favor, aye? Any opposed? Ayes have it. Statement of cash flow, September.
September cash balance for district maintenance is at $166,253,436. That's about 60% of all of the cash balance for all funds. All cash funds balances is at $277,296,782. And our amount invested with Smith Shellnut and Regions Bank at the end of September is $50,047,000, and that should be 085. And you can definitely tell the interest rates are moving in our favor. We've had very good interest this year, so. It's good.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the statement of cash flow for September 2023.
We have a motion, board.
I make that motion.
We have a second.
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you. Fifth action. Revised board.
Just want to make sure everybody.
You wanted to make sure we saw you. We see
Yeah.
you. Get a kazoo next time.
I need to.
I like your flag.
Thank you. Okay, we're asking to revise this policy to include religious exemptions from the state vaccination requirement.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy JVC for school admissions.
Board, we have a motion.
Make that motion.
We have a second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Mr. Alexander. Like your tag.
Personnel packet, pages 1 through 3 are recommendations. Page 4 and 5 is personnel changes. Page 6 is a memo for myself on employees who have not been awarded a disability educator license, be on provisional pay. Page 7 is a memo from Ms. Goss, our special education director. It's on a request to reclassify some open teacher positions, I believe, at 3 different campuses. This is basically due to the lack of certified staff available. So we need people serving. Page 8 is a memo from Ms. Hassman. Our assistant superintendent's request to hire a gentleman as an adjunct college algebra instructor for dual credit and he'll teach one section for Centerville High, and he'll be paid $2,500 per section. This will be 5-month installments, January through May. Page 9 is a memo from Coach Jenkins, our director of athletics. It's names for those who will volunteer as paraprofessionals for the 23-24 school year. I believe you have both Fernando Highs, both boys and girls proctor of DeSoto Central High basketball and South Haven High School band. Paraprofessionals on this memo. Page 10 is a request from district pay from Ms. Hassman on a teacher who will, there's a current teacher for the district who will serve as a Mississippi Valley dual credit college algebra instructor. This will be at South Haven High School. He teaches 2 sections of $2,500 beginning 1/4/24 and ends 5/22/24. Page 11 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Hassman on an employee who will serve also at Mississippi Valley dual credit and algebra. This is for Horn Lake High and Lake Comet High, 2 sections of $2,500 beginning 1/4 and ending at 5/22. Page 12 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Hassman on an employee who will serve as Mississippi Valley dual credit in biology. This is at South Haven High, 2 sections of that, $2,500 a section, 1/4 and ending 5/22. Page 13 is a county vehicle allowance. This was dealing with food service employees that will no longer be utilizing the district vehicle nightly, making those home. Page 14 is the academic services flow chart. Page 15 is the academic services CAO and director's flow chart. Page 16 is the English language learners flow chart. Page 17 is the federal programs department flow chart. Page 18 is the research and accountability department flow chart. Page 19 is mental health services flow chart. And page 20 is special education flow chart. Pages 21 and 22, it's the 504 data clerk position. They added some minimum requirements for this. They will be required to pass a district clerical test, have a high school diploma or equivalent, and school experience will be preferred, and computer application skills. Pages 23 through 25 is a high school testing coordinator's job description. This was simply a supervisor who will be supervising them's title change. So to clean that up, pages 26 through 28 is the elementary middle interventionist testing coordinator job description with the same change. Pages 29 and 30 is the dyslexia therapist job description. They have in the past reported to the director of professional development, and they will now report to the director of primary schools. Page 31 and 33 is the director of intermediate schools job description, and this is verbiage on their supervisory title change. Pages 34 and 36, director of primary school job description with the same change. Pages 37 and 39 is the job description for high school academic specialist. In the past, they had reported to the advanced academics director. They will now report to the assistant superintendent of accreditation in advanced academics. Pages 40 through 42 is a job description for the interventionist coach. They reported to the director of secondary. They will now report to the director of early intervention. Page 43 is the operations flow chart. Page 44 is the chief financial officer flow chart. Page 45 is the assistant chief financial officer flow chart. Page 46 is the student services department flow chart. Page 47 is the health services flow chart. And pages 48 and 50 is a job description for the director of health services. In the past, they reported to the director of academic support and skill improvement, and now they will report to the assistant superintendent of operations. That concludes.
Mr. Austin, your recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve personnel as presented.
Board, we have a motion.
I'll make that motion.
We have a second, board.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Mr. Cole.
Yes, sir. I have items to discuss with executive session.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Finney.
Mr. Chairman, we had a student district matter at the desk in executive session.
Thank you, sir. I need a motion to consider going into executive session. Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
This is for matters of early graduation, residency appeal, and student discipline. Mr. Chase will come back out.
I'll second. We get a vote, please, all in favor?
We
All in
need
favor, we need a vote, please.
You said we did.
No, I'm the motion only, sorry.
I need. Okay, we need a motion. Board,
I'll make the motion.
we have a second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Chase will come back and let you know if we stay in executive session.